I hate driving. Good thing with self-driving cars, I won't have to. Self-driving cars are almost upon us and will change the world of transportation as we know it.
But what even is it?
A self-driving car can see, think, and act for the driver in a variety of real-world situations and get passengers where they need to be without having to drive themselves.
But why do we need autonomous cars?
Well, for one thing, safety. Self-driving cars could reduce the number of accidents on the road since they aren't distracted or rushed and can process information way faster than a human. Research has shown that the number of U.S. deaths resulting from road accidents could be reduced by more than 90% by the year 2050 because of self-driving cars. Also, fleets of electric self-driving cars would be great for the environment. They drive efficiently and reduce the number of cars on the road. When paired with renewable energy sources, greenhouse gas emissions could be reduced significantly.
But what else? Why does that matter to me?
Well, also, self-driving cars could lower the cost to get around to ridiculously low rates. Currently, services like Uber charge about $1 or $2 per mile, but imagine if they had fleets of self-driving cars. With no one to pay to drive, the only cost to operate would be electricity, and it would reduce the cost per mile to just cents. Cars are expensive to own, but with this option to get around cheaply, most people wouldn't even need one. Another benefit is that commuters could turn valuable time lost driving into productivity for their work or mental well-being, rather than getting stressed out driving in traffic.
There seems to be a lot of positives with self-driving cars, but what are the negatives? Say, for example, I get in a self-driving car and we get into an accident. Am I responsible? Is the self-driving car responsible? Is the company responsible? How do we know how this stuff works? Do I get points taken off my license? Do I even need a license to get in a self-driving car? The problem with electric cars right now is the licensing infrastructure. We don't have enough detail and we don't know how it works. Another downside of self-driving cars would be the cost. Right now, the upfront cost of creating a self-driving car is very expensive. An estimate by experts think that creating a fully autonomous car would cost around $250,000. This cost is likely to stay expensive until we figure out a cheaper way to produce self-driving cars. Lastly, and perhaps the most perplexing problem of self-driving cars is the ethical dilemmas. If a pedestrian were to say, "Step into the road illegally," and a self-driving car is forced to choose between sacrificing the safety of the pedestrian or the passengers in the car, should we let the machines make this decision for us? How do we know the morals of these self-driving cars, and what decisions are made by these machines?
You raised some good points. There's clearly a lot to work out before self-driving cars are ready to dominate the roads.
Even with these concerns, self-driving cars will certainly have a role in the increasingly electrified and autonomous world we live in. The only matter is time. While in a world filled with fully autonomous cars may still be decades away, many of the world's largest tech companies are working towards this goal every day, led by names such as Google, Tesla, and Chevy. Regardless of the time frame, it'll be interesting to see the impact of autonomous vehicles.
All right, sir.